What's going on, guys? It's Cimo. If you want to have the opportunity to own your very own limited edition YugiTuber Grand Championship 2017 playmat, well, be sure to check out the Kickstarter link in the description below and act fast because these aren't going to be around for long. So thanks so much again, and here's the next match. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 2017 YugiTuber Grand Championship. In this match, we have Dubkdad playing 60 cards, zombie shenanigans, who knows how many different engines he threw in the deck, going up against TeamAPS, who's actually going to be playing Dark Magicians. And with us for this commentary, we have none other than Davinator1212.
Hey guys, it's Yugi Man's time.
And unfortunately, no Tiny Turtle Turbo for this match, but
No, boo! I saw that 60 card, I was like, thinking about it. I was like,
Right? So we got the Magician's Rod on the normal summon, which will allow him to add a spell or trap card from his deck to his hand that includes Dark Magician in the name, which there are plenty of. He's going to go with that Dark Magic Circle, obviously. And I don't know. I mean, this is kind of an odd matchup because it's really weird seeing so many Dark Magicians because it's not like we really see them in the meta or anything today competitively. You might see it at your locals if you have that one guy who just really loves playing the deck. But, I mean, the deck's a little bit too slow to really kind of be in our actual meta. But for this tournament, it actually is a pretty good meta call. What do you think?
Well, I mean, that's actually exactly probably why people are playing it, because they don't get a chance to, because whenever they go to locals or whatever, they get creamed, so they're going to play it. I actually played it pretty extensively. I really like Dark Magicians. I like the control aspect. The problem is, though, it's a nightmare of too much setup. You have to have too much right things go on, and you get like a face-down MST, and your whole board gets nuked by your own Eternal Soul.
The Max C on the Solitaire, too. This is going to be rough for Dubkdad. But no, I absolutely agree. I think it's really cool that Dark Magician is such a heavily focused control deck, but I don't know, it's like just the way Yu-Gi-Oh! Is, it's so hard for a deck like that to really thrive, you know? There's very few instances I can think of that aren't back in, like, before Synchro days that exists, you know?
Yeah, and it's a damn shame, too, because, you know, it's nice to see a deck that doesn't just puke, but, like...
That's a perfect analogy.
Yeah, it's nice that it exists. I really do enjoy it, and you can kind of do some shenanigans with like spell books or my what do you call it, my spirals. But it's just like, I don't know, it's too slow. But the fact that we have our own little meta here does give people a chance to play some fun crap or decks that they actually want to play, which is actually probably the best part about the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, you got Dark Magicians, you got Satellar Knights making a resurgence. I mean, what is this, 2015? I mean, there's all these cool decks that, you know, wouldn't be able to function if we didn't slow down the meta, which is why we did it. And Dubkdad's going in here. I mean, he's already given Paul, I think, 3 draws, and Angel of Zera hitting the board as well.
I haven't seen that in a hot minute.
I know, which actually is kind of interesting call in this situation, because obviously, you know, Dark Magicians are pretty notorious for banishing certain cards. So that means the Angel of Zera is just going to continuously recur itself to the board. So that's kind of a cool pick there.
Ooh, he didn't have the illusion.
Didn't have the illusion, yeah. So
didn't have the illusion.
So now, funny enough, Dubk could boost that Seraphonite up, and it looks like he's contemplating just going even further. I mean, he's already given Paul all these draws. He might as well just keep going, I suppose.
Yeah, I think he's trying to figure out if he goes into snow, is he going to have to banish everything on his field or not?
Yeah. Well, with this Foolish Burial, that'll put him up to a total of 8 cards.
Because, should be good.
Yeah, so Foolish will be 7, and then and he gets Mizuki, which that can just feed him even more. But,
ooh, look at that stuff he's got in there.
I know. He's really extending. I mean, I don't know if he can actually kill Paul, but I guess we'll have to see. Oh, and since we're just waiting for Dubkdad to just puke all over his board, one thing I did want to mention. So many people were asking me, where was TeamAPS and Galactic Gods match? Where was the match? So what happened was they had a bunch of difficulties recording their match and in playing their match as well. So we ended up not uploading it, and Paul did end up winning their match. So now you guys know what happened and why there was no match. So it's unfortunate we didn't get it, because I heard it was pretty good, but yeah.
What was Galactic God playing?
I think he was playing Blue Eyes.
Okay.
If I remember correctly, One of them was. It was. I watched it so long ago that I don't recall off the top of my head. But I think he was playing Blue Eyes. So now the Eternal Soul getting the Dark Magician and circle triggering.
Ooh.
Targeting the Zera.
I guess he's got the biggest attack. He's just trying to save himself some life points.
Yeah, well, no, that's actually really
good. Actually, no, because then no, there's nothing to get over Dark Magician at this point.
Well, unless he uses his second copy of Snow.
And then books it. And
then attacks with the Seraphonite. But, I mean, I don't even think that's worth it at that point.
Well, no, not because he's going to get another draw, and he's got the defense mode, Moby.
Yeah.
Or Modi?
Magician of Dark Illusion, yeah. Modi. I love the acronyms like Yu-Gi-Oh players come up with cards.
I'm actually interested to see Modi because a lot of builds were dropping him because he's kind of he kind of goes off like at weird times.
But again, in a slower format, I mean, it actually has
probably not bad.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, looks like he saved himself though. So I mean, Dubkdad now looks like he's going to go into the Omega, going to give Paul another draw.
I would have gone for that Black Rose and just
I'm
taking my cards and going home.
Okay, so at least Dubkdad will be able to hit one card out of the extra, or excuse me, out of his hand. But I mean, he's still got 8 cards in hand at this point.
It is Dark Magician, though.
It is Dark Magician. That's true. I mean,
there could be a bunch of the wrong combo pieces.
Yeah. I mean, you can give a snail Red Bull, but it's still a snail. That's basically...
It's so bad, too, because I love this deck, and it's just like every time I get blown out by like an MST or something, I just get so salty.
I know, the deck has so much reliance.
I want it to work so bad.
Those 2 cards in the back row, Dark Magic Circle and Eternal Soul, are pretty much like, if those 2 cards get removed from the field in any way...
Oh, you can summon a bunch of vanilla beaters after that, and then that's about it.
That seems, a little bit too overpowered for this game, Dave. I don't know.
Too much. Way too much.
Yeah, so the Zera's returning thanks to its effect. Man, I really love Zera. That's so cool that it's pretty much like infinite snow fodder, too.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah. It was a good idea.
And so, Paul's summoning the Rod, which I don't know what it's going to really... Oh, navigation. Okay, that's fair.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna help him right now.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really think of like. I guess you could get a second circle going.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like, I mean, I'm assuming he's gonna go into illusion, and then he's just gonna banish it during the battle phase. Mm-hmm. So like, if he can't OTK, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah.
I mean, he does have that snow in the grave. I was
going to say, snow is the biggest thing that's going to disrupt him at this point. So, and it looks like Dubkdad is going to use it.
Yeah, I mean, that would be the time, because you don't want to have him summon another Dark Magician.
Yeah, but the problem is, though, even though if Dubkdad gets this snow off, I mean... where does that really leave him? He's going to have no resources left in a snow. I guess Zera returns, and I guess Omega will return as well. So maybe he can swing it back in his favor. I just don't know, because Dark Magician love their back row, and with Paul having 8 cards in hand, that kind of worries me.
I mean, if nothing else, it'll stop the OTK this turn.
Yeah,
and it'll give him a chance to top deck into his Regeki and win.
Yeah, so we got the game of I'm gonna make sure you don't kill me. So that's pretty much all we're just going back and forth on that at this point.
Because he could top deck into I'm assuming he's playing grass in that bad boy, so he could top deck into a grass, and he might actually end up getting some plays.
That's true, and with TeamAPS going deep with the Allure of Darkness, that would be a 30-card mill off grass.
For a zombie deck.
Now, it's cool. It's cool to see Paul's playing Kaiku, we see off the Banish of Allure there.
Oh, yeah, Kaiku's actually a...
Regeki! But what were you going to say on about Kaiku?
I was gonna say he's actually a solid choice for Dark Magicians because they can summon it from the deck.
Yeah.
And if you can get some battle damage in, you can remove things from your opponent's graveyard that are problems. And against a zombie deck, that's actually pretty solid.
Kaiku's always been like this really cool anti-meta card, and I think it's even better too because that means he can't even banish for snow.
Top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Terror Top, yeah.
That was solid. That's,
Solemn Strike on the Zera, though. So that won't be coming back. Now the question is, does Paul have 2 strikes?
Oh, absolutely. I'm trying to figure out what rank 3 he would go into, unless he's gonna make a synchro play.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Or
as well.
yeah, could he? Yeah, he could.
He could
No,
go into
because
synchros.
he'd have to tribute the Take It Tomborg and go into the Red-Eyed dice if he's playing it.
But it won't matter though at this point because Eternal Soul will bring out another Dark Magician, and then he just banishes with yeah. So, he pretty much I'm pretty sure Paul has this one in the bag.
Another option I like for in lieu of Kiku is Night End Sorcerer. That's another fun one for Navigate.
Ooh, yes, that's a card that it always manages to just randomly just have relevance every once in a while.
Yeah, it's fun if you chain it right and it doesn't miss timing. You can banish 2 cards from your opponent's grave when it hits the field, and it's a level 2 tuner, which means you can go into Azure Eyes Silver Dragon with a Dark Magician. Mm-hmm. And Azure Eyes can summon a Dark Magician every turn. Because it's actually kind of a neat little...
Dubkdad might not be out of this. Since this Black Rose sticks, I mean...
What do you got?
I might have spoken too soon. He's demanding the answer from Paul. Oh, man. Oh! It went off!
Oh, yuck.
Wow. So, yeah, I spoke too soon. I mean...
Damn.
I was with 2 back row. I am genuinely surprised he did not have an answer for the Black Rose.
It might have been bluffs or maybe illusion or something silly that it wouldn't have really benefited him much to play.
Yeah, and I mean this is where it's gonna get crazy because now Mizuki's gonna trigger, bring back Solitaire, and he can just use Solitaire and just get himself out another Omega. Man, I love that zombies are just relevant again. It's so cool.
Got to swing for that 1300.
Mm-hmm. Got to get that damage.
Got to get it in.
Because
still take the damage.
Oh, he must have. He already used the effect Ascend, so he actually can't make the. That's right. Okay, I was thinking he used the other effect, but I forgot you have to send from hand for that.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, Paul's gonna have the ability to rebuild his board rather efficiently here, and he has the circle.
Because he's probably got like a second copy of everything that just got nuked in his hand because he drew so much.
That's probably why he didn't set anything else. I mean, he's so far ahead and on advantage at this point. And the fact that he can reestablish on an open board, I mean, not looking good for Dubkdad, but who knows? He pulled the Black Rose out successfully, so, so much for Dark Magician being this amazing control deck. Apparently it can't control a Black Rose nuking the board.
I love how even Eternal Soul keeps your Dark Magicians alive, so they survive the nuke, and then they die to its own effect. It's like...
Dubkdad drawing that one of Max C in that 60-card deck.
Oof.
That's rough. But
watch him set it. No, he already did his turn.
Yeah, and this should be over, because now he's got the Eternal Soul. He can bring out Dark Magician. And, I mean...
Might as well.
Yeah, he'll get a draw off the Max C here, but I don't really know what's good it's going to do him. I guess he still has Snow to work around, and that Max C gives him the 7th card.
It's one extra card in the graveyard.
Yeah. I mean, it matters. Because, I mean, if he doesn't have an additional way to clear this board, Snow can actually put in work and possibly give him another turn.
Because, I mean, he's got the Eternal Soul, so he's got another Dark Magician waiting to smack for damage.
Mm-hmm.
At worst.
Yeah, and looks like Snow's going to come out. I'm really surprised Paul didn't have anything else.
I'm actually really enjoying Snow in a couple of the decks I've used it in.
Mm-hmm.
I really like it.
What other decks have you been using it in?
Oh, well, I was in the Tiny Turtle, because I might as well. And I have like a rank 4 spam spellcaster deck I've been working on.
Sure.
And it works in that too.
Is that utilizing like more of the fairy tales or just other stuff?
Yeah, I was actually playing Luna, her. I was playing a sleeper at once because it's kind of like almost like Durandal, where it turns their effect into a Book of Moon. So it's not a negate, but it makes them do what they didn't want to do.
Sure.
And it was neat. Then the other one is Rella, and Rella lets you attach equip spells from your deck to your monster.
Mm-hmm. And that's when you can do the Wonder Wand play.
The Wonder Wand play. It's cute.
Yeah. Doesn't Luna also search Snow?
Yeah, it searches all of them.
Yeah.
It actually searches any monster with 1850. It's like it like gets the familiar possessed too for some reason.
That just happens to synergize.
It just happens to work.
I mean, any card that can search Fairy Tale Snow in my eyes. I mean,
yeah, it's solid. And then
It's
she's
pretty
got
solid.
that bounce effect where I think she's like a Grand Mole, but it's
Yeah.
not for a battle. It's just for what do you call it? She could just do it. It's a what, ignition? Is that what it is?
Sure. Yeah.
Noob.
Yeah. So Dubkdad is going to take the loss to TeamAPS for game 1, but this game 2, Dubkdad starting off Solitaire Brilliant Fusion.
I mean, that's a solid opening because now he can open against a completely open board and just kind of puke and see
Yeah.
what he can make.
Exactly. So this is going to be it's not like the other game where he's going to be going second into it. This is, if Paul doesn't have the Max C, which he already would have used if he did, this is going to get a little bit crazy. I like the zombie world in here as well.
Oh yeah, that's a secret tech for this format because I think it shuts down the true Dracos.
Yes, absolutely.
Can't tribute summon.
And it's searchable by terraforming, so arguably it's a little bit better than Mask of Restrict because you can search it. But it's funny because I was actually just talking about it. The fact that it synergizes with all the zombie synergy of this deck as well just gives it it makes it that much more potent, and it's so cool.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about whether or not Zombie World would be worth it in the side deck this format. And I think it's a solid choice.
If your deck's already playing terraforming, you might as well just play Zombie World in the side.
Yeah,
because
and it's like it doesn't suffer the same problem that it did when Monarchs were good because Monarchs happened to have a zombie monster.
Sure.
So like it did.
The fact that Erebus was a zombie was so stupid.
It was stupid. It was like Konami's like, hey, you cheeky fucks aren't going to be able to use that Zombie World against our meta deck.
And
we got you, fam.
And the thing is, too, when you consider the True Draco matchup, both Restrict and Zombie World are going to be outed the same way anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like, you might as well just play the one that you can more easily access.
Yeah, and if they can't out it, and then you can laugh at them, where they got to waste resources on it, make them do something weird.
Yeah. So, Pot of Duality coming down. Dubkdad ending with his board of Omega Zera, and that Max C a little bit too late, but he's got it for next turn.
Just in case.
I mean, I don't blame him. I mean, Dubk's got a full graveyard loaded with Mizuki and all these other things, so that's going to be a good deterrent for Dubkdad.
If he doesn't get OTK'd, yeah.
I mean, that's true, yeah. All right, so Kaiku. So that means that Dubkdad cannot banish cards from the graveyard. And the Regeki coming down as well. TeamAPS having Regeki both games.
Oh, you always open Regeki.
Of course.
It's the only one off that you can count on seeing.
Wow, and Omega hit the Max C out of TeamAPS's hand.
Tick for tack.
Oh my god. That was a 25% chance that was going to happen. But this is cool, though, because now that Kaiku connected, he can actually get rid of those Mizukis.
The double Mizuki. Yuck.
Yeah, that's really good for TeamAPS now.
That hurts.
I'm curious.
The old zombie player is like weeping on that one.
I'm curious if Dubkdad has any other utility with that second Brilliant Fusion. Like if he's playing, I mean, the third Mizuki off the top's pretty good. But I'm curious if he's playing like multiple Gem Knights or multiple Seraphonites even. But it looks like he's just going to swing in with the Omega.
Yeah.
And Kaiku is going away.
Oh, no traps there. I bet they're all... I bet he doesn't have a Dark Magician, and I bet it's like Navigate and Eternal Soul right now.
Probably. or the Quick Play spell.
I have such a love-hate relationship with Illusion Magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like... Dark Magician's a low monster count deck, and they gave you the perfect search card that requires the tribute of a monster. It's just it's like Konami's like sniggering at you. Like, ooh, so you got nothing to tribute.
Paul opted to draw, or excuse me, not draw. He opted to search out Dark Magic Attack here. I find that a little interesting.
Yeah, it's probably because he doesn't have a Dark Magician.
I mean, it's... I'm just thinking if Paul's gonna like next level us here, or
I mean, I was gonna say he's gonna mill Dark Magician so that he has something to summon.
Yeah, so now he can summon it, and then he can Dark Magic Attack. So,
and Dark Magic Attack is a really it's probably the only reason why you could make an argument to run Dark Magicians because they got their own
Harpy's Feather Duster.
Harpy's Feather Duster.
Yeah, I mean, It's okay. I mean, this matchup, I don't think it's anything spectacular, because, I mean, he's going to hit, you know, this back row that's pretty much not even going to matter in the long run.
No, but...
Against certain decks, though.
It's solid.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, like, Satellar Knights, that could be an absolute blowout if you end up hitting that matchup in this tournament. All right, so Omega's going to hit Twin Twister out of the hand. It's going to possibly dodge some removal as well. Dark Magician's going to swing in over that set Mizuki.
I'm surprised he didn't side out the Twin Twisters. I don't think this was... The zombie deck was playing much back row.
Well, it also depends, too, because maybe he didn't have other options in his back row to side out. Or, excuse me, his side deck to side out.
Who's siding, like, tons of zombie outs?
Right. I don't know, though. I mean,
Necro Valley would have been what you do. And Necro Valley is cool because it's new errata, even negates Zombie World's change everything to zombies effect.
Mm-hmm. And Necro Valley's errata is absurd. Because now it just stops so many things it didn't stop before.
Yeah, it's like one of the few cards where every time they errata, it gets better and not worse.
I know.
It's like you know what? We gotta make it meta relevant for the entirety life of the game.
It's like, yes, Konami, we're in favor of these type of erratas.
Yeah, make our cards more broke. That's fun and stupid.
So Maxi is gonna come down here on the activation of Mizuki. So Dubkdad1's going to have some decision-making here, because both players are pretty low on resources, but I don't think he wants TeamAPS to take control, because, I mean, if TeamAPS is playing the control game, like, this is just over.
Absolutely.
I mean,
and we haven't seen it. We haven't seen that grass yet, so...
I know, surprisingly, in 2 games. But, I mean
he is playing it, right? Like, it's
I believe he's playing it. I wouldn't be playing 60 cards without it.
Unless you're just like, well, you know, I don't want to, you know, whenever I play against like an Infernoids or something, I want them to not be able to mill. I don't want to mill, but... Well,
yeah, like, if you're playing a deck that doesn't rely on the graveyard whatsoever, then yeah, absolutely. But, I mean, this deck, I imagine he's playing grass, unless Dubkdad is just on an absolute another level. He's like, I don't need grass.
Yeah, screw that. My zombies get to the graveyard themselves.
Right. But, I mean, floating this Omega is really helpful for him. I mean, it's allowing him to keep his Mizukis in the grave, so pretty much next turn he can set up with another one.
I like that DD Crow.
Yeah, DD Crow is really nice.
Hit that Dark Magician in the grave whenever he tries to summon it.
Yeah, that's going to be really valuable, especially if he gets a Dark Magic Circle. That could just be clutch later on.
Oh, absolutely.
So now Dubkd's deciding to snow here. And I find that interesting, because the duality hasn't even resolved yet, so he doesn't even know what he's going to be getting off of it. But I guess he just doesn't want to
risk it.
I guess. I know. I guess he's
that or it was a case of, I'm tired of YGO Pro asking me if I want to chain snow. So I'm just gonna do it now. I'm doing it anyway. Screw it.
Oh my god.
Defense mode.
So strike, illusion magic, and allure off the duality. Strike seems pretty good here, because you could stop the Omega and just get that off the field.
Get to do a lure if...
He's going illusion magic.
Okay.
You feel like that's a correct choice?
I mean, he seemed like he was running without Dark Magicians in his Dark Magician deck for the first couple of turns, so maybe he's worried about all of his cards being dead.
Mm-hmm. Now, I really like this, though, so maybe this is why he wanted to use this snow, because now he's going to chain the Spirit Master and the Solitaire to one another. Spirit Master's going to pop Soul, which will in turn pop the Dark Magician, and then Solitaire will actually bring back out the Spirit Master.
This is where he probably should activate that illusion magic.
Yeah.
He's going to use it.
No, he's not going to. Wow. All right, so comes down. Solitaire's back on the field. And now possibly a response here from Paul? There's the illusion magic. Okay.
Yeah, he might use it in the next chain against his own Eternal Soul.
Yeah. So now he gets the Dark Magician. So we know he's playing them now.
Yeah.
He has them in his deck.
I always found you should use like the 3 different artworks, because that way you don't get confused in which one you've used and which one's in your hand or something, and you misplay.
That's actually really nice. Ooh, Dark Magic Secession. Okay.
Okay.
Is that a card that they commonly play?
It won, maybe.
Okay.
The problem is it's really good. It's a very good search card. It's just that banishing 2 spells from your grave is kind of a rough activation condition.
Right. Especially because most of your stuff's, I mean, unless you got like allures in the grave or something.
Yeah,
most of your
if you have
staying
2
on the
spells
board.
in grave, something went wrong.
Yeah.
so like you know, all your stuff's continuous, so it's like, ugh. But no, it like mid game.
I mean, right now it seems okay.
It's probably clutch because he's, you know, he can rebuild his stuff. He's actually got Dark Magician to use stuff for.
Yeah, but now the biggest problem is even if he has Eternal Soul, TeamAPS doesn't realize that Dubkd's got that DD Crow waiting. So
I know.
we'll have to see. So Omega's going to come back out. It's going to return the Twin Twister back to TeamAPS's hand as well. Zera's also going to return the field as well. And
Zera's been putting in work this match.
Yeah, Zera's crazy, and I think the other cool thing about Zera as well, the more TeamAPS banishes, the bigger Zera gets.
So he's kind of like, you know...
Now, Dubkd just loves this Black Rose.
I guess he's worried about... He fears the back row.
I suppose. I mean, he's just going in right now.
I mean, I guess Snow can always come back. Can he chain his
He can
Omega?
chain his Omega. Yeah.
So it doesn't so he doesn't nuke himself.
Yeah, so okay, so Paul doesn't have a response to the Black Rose, so Omega's gonna get chained here. That's really interesting. I guess Dubkd's playing very conservatively, even though he's going against a very conservative deck.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say, where's the navigate?
There's the navigation.
I haven't seen one. Like, where is it? Is he playing it? He played it 3. You should have one.
Well, we knew he had it last game, but he even didn't need it last game.
Yeah, it's true.
So now he's contemplating as well how this is going to resolve. So
this is a nightmare because he's not going to get his banish.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. He's going to miss the timing on the banish. But
I mean, what's he going to summon from the deck? Okay, Modi. All right.
Okay, so board is now officially cleared off. He banished Dark Magic Attack off of the Omega. And now he's got free reign to pretty much do all the crazy zombie combos he wants.
Or zombos.
I mean, TeamAPS with only 1 card in hand now. I don't know. This isn't looking too good for him.
Yeah, poor Dark Magician.
I know. We see Zombie World coming down. The second Mizuki is going to come down as well.
Just in case he's forced to tribute summon his Dark Magician. Oh, too bad.
Yeah, and it's crazy now that everything zombie, Mizuki can target anything in his graveyard. So he's going to bring back the Zera, which is now on 3,200.
Ugh. I see, that's actually a really fun interaction I've always loved about Zombie World.
Yeah. I mean, the fact you could tutor for anything in the grave is absurd.
Yeah, resurrect stupid stuff because
God.
It's great.
And now he's got instant fusion, and he doesn't have to worry about Unizombi's second effect that only zombie monsters can attack because everything's a zombie now.
I want to see a Mizuki that Norden.
Oh my god. What are we doing, like Zodiac combos now?
Do it. Mizuki
Zombiac combos. Ooh. Amaterasu, okay.
I would have done the Ouroboros just to be an absolute dick.
I know, but this is insane because now he can bring back like the Solitaire, but he's gonna go Mizuki. I guess that's fine.
He's got Mizuki the Norden, I'm telling you.
I mean, is this game? 32, 26, 58, 60. Yeah, this is game, so we didn't even need to extend any further.
That's no fun.
I mean, I know, you have to BM your opponent. I mean, this is the Grand Championship.
Get that Berserker Soul going.
Right? Oh my god. Monster Kado!
Monster Kado!
Okay, so game 3. Who is going to take this one? This is actually a really good game. I'm surprised.
The matchup's solid.
Yeah.
Zombies don't want to get banished, but they're faster than Dark Magician, so there's a little give and take.
Yeah. It's good old, like... I don't know. I wouldn't say it's like aggro, but it's, pseudo aggro versus control, so it's kind of fun.
Yeah. I'm actually surprised that he's so efficiently able to run Snow in a deck that really doesn't want to be banishing monsters in its grave.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's the power of Omega.
I guess that's the power of grass and milling all your spells.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love Snow can do so many cool things as well because, say for instance, TeamAPS threatened the Black Rose with something to negate it. You can use the Snow to banish the Black Rose, and then it's no longer on the field to get negated, so it'll still resolve with that effect.
That's some old school ruling kind of.
I know. I got blown out like that at at a tournament I went to, so I'll never forget that interaction in my life.
It's a bit of salt there.
Just a little bit. Especially because it was on a dimensional barrier as well, but we won't talk about that.
Oh, I like that.
Of course. So, Terratop going in. I kind of like he's playing this conservative, but, I mean, Eternal Soul is a good card as well.
Jack with Terratop.
That's kind of like a good counter here. But he has the Twin Twister, so if he really feels like minusing himself, he could.
I mean, you would wait till the Dark Magician
hits the board, yeah.
Do you want to continue battle? Yes.
Yes, I'm going to crash my Terratop into the Dark Magician.
Moon Mirror Shield?
I'm going to play Clashing Souls.
Ooh. I've been waiting for someone to come up with some stupid deck with that card.
I want to see like someone play that in a tournament, like just for shits and giggles.
Oh, believe me, for your tournament, I tried to get Berserker Soul to work. I absolutely did. I spent a week with Berserker Soul trying to get Monster Cardo .deck just to do it, and it's like because it only does burn. It doesn't make your monster repetitively attack,
right?
Like it does in the anime. It's just
Full Force Virus from TeamAPS. Okay, that's interesting.
That's one of them sleeper cards that like everyone didn't care about pulling, and it's actually really solid.
Yeah, it's a really good card. It's just I would say it's just format dependent, and this could be the format where it comes in clutch. So Dark Magic attack going to wipe the Twin Twister, which isn't going to do anything
ultimately,
but
discard Snow.
Get it in the grave.
I
remember I think it wasn't full power Pepe format, but it was Pepe format like after it got nerfed. And people were trying to tech Berserker Soul because everything in that deck is under 1500 attack except Joker. So people were thinking, like, if I can attack on a clear board, I might actually be able to kill someone with this card because everything is a monster.
Yeah.
So, I thought that was kind of like a cool little way that people tried to make the card work. All right, so Illusion Magic coming down. It's going to add 2 copies of Dark Magician.
It's considered an excavate, right?
For Berserker Soul? Yes, I think it's considered an excavate.
Ooh, incoming Sylvan Berserker Soul deck profile. Stay tuned.
If anyone can make it work, Dave, you will.
Oh, I'm not going to put that on myself.
What? No pressure.
No pressure.
Hashtag Berserker Soul Sylvan.
Yeah, this is coming from the guy who tried to get Inferno Tempest to work in Ritual Beads. When it worked, it was a blowout. For the record,
you can say that about any card in any situation. When it worked, it was a blowout. It doesn't matter how consistently I'll pull it off. I did it once. It was the best.
Hey, I went 4 rounds at a tournament, didn't resolve it once. So that was the only time I ever got it to work was against like Super Heavy Samurai, and I banished every card in their deck except one, which I assumed was Upstart Goblin.
Oh my god.
He's scooped. That was worth it. That totally validated my entire existence.
Oh my god.
All right, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah, so we got Totem Bird action now, that's a really strong card against Dark Magician. You can stop Eternal Soul. You can stop Dark Magic Circle. There's so many good cards you can stop with Totem Bird. I really like that play. And then
Totem Bird's actually a really good card. And it's nice to see that we finally got a rank 3 engine that can actually make this stupid thing.
I know, right? I mean, imagine if the Terratop wasn't wind. Like, you couldn't make... I tried to make Terratop, or excuse me, not Terratop, the Totem Bird, like, with the hand traps, like Ghost Ogre and stuff, because they're level 3s, but it's not wind, because I'm so used to just making it.
Just being able to do it, yeah.
Exactly.
That was my problem with the last one I commentated with you, because I was so used to all my rank 2s with water monsters that I couldn't remember what was generic and what wasn't.
Because we're just like, oh, I'm using Terratop and Takatomborg, which is the best rank 3 engine in the game, so I can make anything. No, you can't, because Totem Bird needs 2 wins.
Yeah.
So this is cool. King of the Feral Imps coming down. And this lets him search Mass Chameleon.
Mass Chameleon, right.
So many targets in his deck that have 0 defense.
I was waiting for that Palmero or whatever.
Yeah, so, I mean, he's got, I think Solitaire has 0 defense. I think Oh, I'm trying to think. Unizombie, I think, has 0 defense. Zombie Master has 0 defense.
Yeah, a lot of zombies have no defense. It's kind of a gimmick. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's actually cute.
So, I mean, the fact that you can just
That's
not only having the Masked Chameleon synergy, but then also having, you know, the fact that you can reuse whatever you resurrect is just absurd. Oh wow, Brilliant Fusion. I hear that's a good card.
Yeah. Man,
Now,
that face down better be.
It's okay. Dubkdad just gonna make Black Rose again into a board of 1 back row.
Oh. that back row's better be legendary.
That better be like torrential. Like torrential or mirror force. Like that's the only way he's coming back from this.
Oh, I would love a Dark Magician player using mirror force. That would be that would be badass.
So down comes Gozuki. Man, Gozuki is just so good in this deck. Send any zombie to the grave. Basically just like infinite Mizukis.
Yeah, he's a really solid card. It's like they figured like, all right, we'll stop making weird gimmicks and restrictions on your Armageddon Knight style monsters and just give you a zombie that mills. Just
we're not going to make ill blood.
You know, we're not going to restrict your battle phase like Unizombie. We're just going to give you a damn mill card.
I mean, it doesn't matter if you restrict the battle phase. You got Zombie World for that.
True. Get around stuff.
That's the best interaction. I love that. I know Mizuki's better, but still. I mean, the fact that they kind of, wow. I mean, Paul just surrenders, so that's going to do it, guys. Thanks so much for watching the video. TeamAPS, Dubkdad advances, and we'll see you in the next match.